7 and Bartow in 8. Still Wyckoff, New Jersey. Great swim, and they are now 108.79 for Wyckoff. Your anchors are in. Gring 1, Ritter 2, Pisinich in 3, Thompson 4, Truscott 5, Cudlec 6, Yacovelio is in 7, and Potterella is in 8. Here comes Somerset County on the anchor, Emily Thompson. She goes 22.44, going 1:31.85, only 8 100s off of our national record, followed by Upper Mainline and then Wyckoff. Those are your top 3 on the women's freestyle relay, 200-yard style. Great swim right there, great anchor coming out for Emily Thompson in that low 22. Tremendous swim. Next up will be the men's 200 freestyle relay. So off to a really zippy start right there. Pretty impressive for our ladies. We're going to have the women's 1,000 freestyle awards, my apologies, and then the women's 200 freestyle awards. So we're going to take a break. We're going to turn it back over to Bruce Griffin. I'll get some results in here hopefully, and then we will have a quick peek at those possibly. But there were some really good swims, only 8 100ths of a second off of the national record for Greater Somerset County. So a couple years in a row for those ladies. So that team of on Somerset County, great swim right there. That was Mosh, Bull, Eric Killian, and Thompson. We'll be back momentarily as we move over to the awards. Thanks again for joining us as we stream live from the Greensboro Aquatic Center, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Please welcome our award winners for the women's 1,000-yard freestyle. Presenting the awards for the women's 1,000-yard freestyle, Ed Bachman, head coach of the Emmy Lions YMCA. Finishing in 16th place, Mia Hatsis, Regional Y of Western Connecticut. 15th, Megan Gangaway, Laurel, East Hartford. 14th, Ava Knopsnyder, Reading and Berks. 13th, Katie Petricelli, Greater Somerset County. 12th, Taylor Goodwin, Western North Carolina. Finishing 11th, Emerson Dalton from Hamilton, New Jersey. 10th, Dylan Eldridge, Greater Monmouth. 9th place, Izzy Pfeiffer, York County, Pennsylvania. Finishing in 8th place, Catherine Beauchesne from Farmington Valley. Or maybe Beauchesne. 7th, Kirsten Dietschweiler from Oshkosh. Might be Deichweiler, sorry. 6th, McKenna Pottinger, York. 5th, Caitlin Fitzgerald, Western Branch. 4th, Megan Tiernan, Cheshire. 3rd, Zoe Schneider from York. 2nd, Kimberly Shannon, Greater Susquehanna. And your 2023 national champion, women's 1,000-yard freestyle from Emmy Lyons, Cincinnati, Ohio, Ava Sutphin. Winning time of 9:55.93. Congratulations, ladies. Women's relays, please report.
You can see her from Emmy Lyons. That's 2 years in a row for Ava. She was 9:55.62. She held pretty much 29s throughout. And Catherine Meisner next to her in 2nd. Bridget Davis in 3rd. Meisner from Somerset County, Greater Somerset County, YMCA, New Jersey. And then Bridget Davis from Fenwick Scotch Plains, YMCA, New Jersey. So Emmy Lyons and Ava Supton, she takes the 1,000-yard freestyle for the ladies. So great job. And then that 200 freestyle relays coming up, and you know, we had a 1-2-3 with Somerset County finishing 1st, and then we had Upper Mainline in 2nd. Wyckoff was in 3rd. We had some pretty good splits all the way through, but on that led off for Somerset County in 22:51, and then finish up, and that was Anna Mosch. And Emily Thompson at the end goes 22:44, and as I mentioned, they were just 8/100ths of a second off of the national record. So they set last year, so 131.85. And let Bruce take you through those relays also, and those awards set the top 16 up on the podium.
Please welcome our relay award winners. Presenting the awards for the women's 200-yard freestyle relay, Coach Mary Corey, Greater Somerset County. Finishing 16th, Rapid Area. Excuse me, that's not Mary Corey, that's Cullen Jones. Finishing 15th, Woodson YMCA. Finishing 14th, Powell Crosley, Tiger Sharks. 13th, Champaign County, Illinois. Finishing 12th, Western Branch, Delaware. Finishing 11th, Greater Spartanburg. Finishing 10th, Westport, Weston, Connecticut. And winner of the B final, Lakeland Hills, New Jersey. Finishing in 8th place, Boyertown. Seventh place, York, Pennsylvania. 6th, Vanwood Scotch Plains, New Jersey. 5th, Cheshire, Connecticut. 4th, Laurel, East Hartford. 3rd, Wyckoff, New Jersey. Finishing 2nd, Upper Main Line, Pennsylvania. And your 2023 national champions in the women's 200-yard freestyle relay, the team of Anna Mosch, Colleen Bull, Zoe Araklian, and Emily Thompson, Somerset County, New Jersey.
So there they are, Somerset County, New Jersey.
Winning time of 1:31.85.
200-yard freestyle relay champions here at Ynats. Awards presented by that relay guy. Colin Jones. Colin Jones from NC State. You know, he was on that famous relay. I told that story last night. And they came back. And I think it was Jason Lezak, he said. Jason Lezak, they did an invitation of each one of them as they were getting up, you know, how they were sitting in the ready room. So Colin got on that relay, did his job. They all did their job. And somehow MP, Michael Phelps, won that eighth medal. And somehow it was a lot of hard work and dedication for those guys as they put that relay together and won that Olympic title.
Here are the teams for the B final.
For Michael's
Lane number 1, Greater Spartanburg.
The eighth medal that year. So men's 200-yard freestyle relay is up next. 1:21.02. York County holds the championship record. And Spartanburg leading off in lane number 1 is Jordan. Boyer Townsend 2 will beat us. Lane number 3 is Muller for Rock River Valley. Piedmont will have Brown in lane 4. Johnson for Lakeland Hills in lane 5. Rock for Greensboro in lane 6. Barwick for Woodson in 7. And Frondoza, Northwest North Carolina, is in lane number 8. So that was Hidalgo, Smolinski, Welker, Gordon, York and York County set back in 2022 last year. Your championship record, your national record, Schrader, Lorenz, Newmans, Salam, and Miller set back in 2021, 1:20.86. And they're in the water. The fastest leadoff time, Rock River. And that's Jeremy Muller out 0.59 off the blocks here. Rock River earlier in the day, 24.07. And your leader is Piedmont at 20.54 going out. That was Will Brown. Shengi in 1, Carl 2, Shields 3, Wang 4, Coogan Russell 5, Brown 6, and Barwick in 7, Trowbridge in 8. And your leader right there in lane, here comes lane number 5, so Lakeland Hills, 20.48 for Lakeland Hills. That was Finn Coogan Russell. They're your leader halfway through. Lillian 1, Schaefer 2, Henrich 3, Smith 4, Boss 5, James 6, Beatty 7, and Forey in lane number 8. Still Lakeland Hills. And Lakeland Hills there, 2024 on that last split, 102.99. 3/4 of the way through. Smiley 1, Green 2, Taylor 3, Garano 4, Connolly 5, Gray 6, Mayer 7, and Vargas in 8. Still lane 5 now coming up in lane number 7. It's Woodson, but it will be Lakeland Hills, followed by Spartanburg down here in lane number 1, sneaking in there for second on that last split by Connor Vargas at 20.73. So great swim. Lakeland Hills, New Jersey takes the B final. Now in your championship final, we'll have Lynchburg in lane number 1 with Mills leading off, Schrader in 2 with Lorenz. York and York County will be in 3 with Hidalgo. Lane number 4 will be Ridley, your top seed, with Shane Eckler. Lane number 5, Greater Somerset County with Gould. Lane number 6, Ayers with Triangle. Lane 7, Jones, Fanwood Scotch Plains. And lane number 8, Condon, Greater Monmouth. So that was your lineup for the A final. And Lakeland Hills in that B final had Johnson, Coogan Russell, Voss, and Max Connolly. Great swim for them, winner of that B final. So let's get ready for our championship final on men's 200 freestyle relay 2023 YMCA Short Course Nationals. And let's see what our record split going out on the championship. Record split moving out on the York time was 20.64. And that was York. Piedmont was the runner-up last year. Staged up on the blocks now. Cecil Gordon, the Olympic starter, is our starter tonight on this relay. So there you have the lineup. Let's watch and see what happens. See if we can get out below that 2064, at least on the championship record side. Pretty even field all the way through. And your early leader, Ridley, out in 2016 under national record pace with Shane Eckler. Great swim. So we got Whites in 1, Lapine 2, Welker 3, Kennedy 4, Bunialowski in 5, Wang 6, Wable 7, Haliburta in lane number 8. And it's still Ridley 19.90. They're at 40.06. They are well under national record pace. And we've got Gordon in 1, Sullivan 2, Wade 3, Hole 4, Barnacle 5, Eichshed 6, Swenson 7, and Wilkins in 8. Still Ridley, the Rays. How about that? 19.88 on that split. They're at 59.94, well under the meet and championship record pace. Whitfield 1, Strat 2, Parker 3, Kudafaris 4, Alexi 5, Paleokrasis in 6, Kavanaugh 7, and Renard in 8. And it will be Ridley. Ridley, new national and championship meet record. The Ridley Rays, how about that at 120.14. York, they go 120.60. They also broke both records, but Ridley Rays, your national champions and your new national and championship meet record holders. Schrader's finishes up 3rd. So a couple of 19s in the center 100 of that 200 freestyle relay. Great job for the gentleman from Ridley. Coach Eric, you've got to be thrilled. They're just outside of Philadelphia, Ridley Township, great YMCA. Part of that community Y of Eastern Delaware County, and their CEO, Michael Rank. Great aquatic guy, loves the sport, loves the community. So Shane Eckler, Jake Kennedy, Jonathan Houle, Ben Kudafaris, your new national and championship meet record holders in the men's 200 freestyle. We'll be back here momentarily as Bruce will take you through the 1,000-yard freestyle event awards, those top 16, and then we'll have our 200 freestyle relay record winners on the top of the podium coming up here momentarily. Hope you're enjoying the live stream tonight from the Greensboro Aquatic Center 2023 National YMCA Short Course Swimming Championships.
It's time to recognize our first Spirit Squad Fan of the Day. Spirit Squad Fan of the Day. Grandma Barbara Renard, you're our Spirit Squad Fan of the Day. She's an avid 4:15 a.m. walker and spoils all 4 of her grandkids. Let's give it up for Grandma Barbara Renard, our Spirit Squad Fan of the Day. Presenting the award for the men's 1,000-yard freestyle, Coach Dave Anderson from the Schrader YMCA. Finishing in 16th, A.J. Farner, Birmingham. 15th, Michael Grannon from Wyckoff. 14th, Peter Schmelzer, Emmy Lyons. 13th, Logan Richards from Upper Mainline. 12th, Dan Gadino, Regional YMCA, Western Connecticut. Finishing 11th, Nick Bracall, Greater Spartanburg. 10th, his teammate, Maddox Turnus. Finishing 9th, Owen Nye from Greensboro. Finishing in 8th place, Braden King from Piedmont. 7th, Owen Markowitz, Lakeland Hills. 6th, Nathan Spetz, Powell Crosley. 5th, Cody Lonsberry, Indian Valley. 4th, Isaac Carr, Champaign County. 3rd, J.C. Gordon from Lynchburg. 2nd, Riley Twist, Westport Weston. And your 2023 national champion in the men's 1,000-yard freestyle from Schrader, Isaac Flagg. Winning time, 9:02.78. 9:02.78. Congratulations, gentlemen. Men's relays, please report. Men's relays, please report. We did have an Apple Watch turned into the announcer's table earlier, so if you're missing an Apple Watch. Please welcome our men's 200 freestyle relay award winners. Presenting the awards for the men's 200-yard freestyle relay, Coach Eric Nelson from Ridley and Olympic gold medalist Cullen Jones. Finishing in 16th, Northwest North Carolina. '15th, Rock River Valley. 14th, Piedmont, Virginia. Finishing 13th, Greensboro, North Carolina. Finishing in 12th, Boyertown. Finishing 11th, Woodson YMCA. Finishing 10th, Greater Spartanburg, South Carolina. And winner of the B final, Lakeland Hills, New Jersey. Finishing in 8th place, Greater Monmouth County. Seventh, Lynchburg. Finishing 6th, Fanwood Scotch Plains. Fifth, Yoda. Fourth, Greater Somerset County. Finishing 3rd, Schrader, Wisconsin. 2nd York, Pennsylvania. And your 2023 national champions and new national record holders, the team of Shane Eckler, Jake Kennedy, Jonathan Houle, Ben Kudafaris, Ridley, area, Pennsylvania, new national record 120.14.
Up on the women's 200 backstroke events right now. And we'll move into our B final first. Leads off with the B final. On the ladies' side. And right off the bat will be Julia Bartow in lane number 1 from Cheshire, 4th in the 4IM last year. Lauren Clippard, she was 12th last year in this event. She's from Pal Crosley. Ella Habjan, she'll be going off to U.S. Naval Academy, Lakeland Hills, 8th last year in this event. She's in lane 3. Elizabeth Bean, she'll be an Iowa Hawkeye this fall from Schrader, Wisconsin. Lane number 5, Maddie McLaughlin, 19th last year. She'll be off to University of Kentucky, be a Wildcat from Kanawha YMCA. Ann Dickinson, she's up there in lane number 6, 54th in this event last year. She's 15 years old from Schrader. Charlotte Holliday, going to be a Quaker at University of Pennsylvania this fall from Greater Somerset County. She was 22nd in this event last year. And Ella Glass from the YMCA in Northwest Louisiana is up there in lane number 8. This is your B final, women's 200 backstroke. We'll see what got some comparison stats from this morning. And we got Beam there in lane number 4. She was out 28:10 earlier today. We'll see what she's out in tonight. 28:02. Ella Glass was your fastest split this morning. She's up there in lane number 8. And let's see where we are tonight. Got some seniors in this heat, and it is Ella Habjan. She's out 27:71. Ella will be going to the Naval Academy this fall, 27:71. She was just over that tonight over her morning split. So through the 50, she is our early leader, followed by Clippard and then Beam in lane 4, Clippard in lane number 2. Looks like out of lane number 3, Ella Habjan still your leader. Ella from the Lakeland Hills YMCA. And now she's at 57:81. She's starting to build her race right now. Coming off a little bit. It's a better split tonight than she had this morning. But Beam now in 2nd. And in 3rd is Maddie McLaughlin. Maddie McLaughlin off the University of Kentucky. She was 19th in this event last year. She's in lane number 5. We're looking for some closing speed here in this last 50 coming up. Pretty close right now. 1, 2, 3, center of the pool. We've got Habjan in 3, Beam in 4, McLaughlin in 5. They were all within 0.4 of a second. And you've got out of lane number 4, Elizabeth Beam. She was this morning 2:00:16. We'll see if she can get below that 2:00 mark, and she will do it. 1:59:01 for Elizabeth Beam, followed by Maddie McLaughlin at 1:59:08, and Ella Habjan, she comes in at 1:59:49, and Dickinson also under the 2:00 at 1:59:80. There's a nice shot of Elizabeth Beam, who takes our B final. Elizabeth Beam will be an Iowa Hawkeye, as I mentioned, swims out of Schrader for Coach Dave Anderson. Nice swim right there for Elizabeth Beam, our consolation final winner. I'll turn this over now to Bruce for our introductions for our championship final.
Swimming in the A final, let's meet them. Lane number 1, 17th in the 200 back, 3rd in the 100 back last year. She'll be a Duke Blue Devil in 2024. From Fanwood Scotch Plains, Claire Logan. Lane number 2, 11th in this event, 14th in the 100 back last year. She'll be a Bulldog at Yale in the fall from Upper Mainline, Devin Sargent. Lane number 3, 3rd in this event last year. She'll be at Kentucky in the fall of 2024 from Greater Spartanburg, Hayden Penny. Lane number 4, the top qualifier, the defending champion in this event, as well as the 100 back. Pennsylvania State High School champion from Blair Regional, Leah Shackley. In lane number 5, from Metropolitan Y of the Oranges, Sarah Rodriguez. Lane number 6, 21st in the 100 back last year, Roll Tide, Alabama in the fall from the Rays, Cadence Vincent. Lane number 7, 4th in this event last year from Countryside, Maya Schweikert. And in lane number 8, 15th in this event last year, she'll be a Red Hawk at Miami of Ohio in the fall from Yoda, Krishna Bezundenhout. This is the A final, Mr. Referee. Once again, with help from Rowdy Gaines, this is the A final, women's 200-yard backstroke.
Bruce, this is a big one here.
4, Rodriguez 5, Vincent 6, Schweikert 7, and Bezunhout in lane number 8. Oh, wow, look at that turn. I'll tell you what, Shackley from Blair Regional is 16-year-old. Zippy on that turn, my goodness, a long turn. She's out 25-27. This morning she was 25-80. The national record pace is 26-93, and that's held by Megan Small, legendary Megan Small. So we'll see what Leah Shackley will do. Leah Small, also a great Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania known for some fantastic backstrokers over the years. Trisha Weiner was one of them way back when in the 2000s. My goodness, she is 53.06, and it's a 55.23. She is well ahead of national record pace. She could probably potentially move under the 150 mark here. Rodriguez in 2nd. 3rd is Caden Vincent. And here we go at the 150 mark. We're looking at 123.39, the record pace right now. She's 121.89. She has a shot to get under 150 here in the women's backstroke. Here comes Rodriguez now trying to make up a little bit. She went out fast. We'll see if she can pull it off and get home. She's got to have a great underwater. Here she comes up. We're looking at 151.56 for your national record time. Will she be under that? Oh, she is. She's 151.27. New national record for Leah Shackley from the Blair Regional YMCA in Pennsylvania, followed by Sarah Rodriguez. She goes 154.44. And then in 3rd, Maya Schweikert comes back in 30.00 at a 156.42. So a tremendous swim right there for Leah Shackley. My goodness, that was great. Megan Small, a true national record holder for a number of years. Set that back in 2016. Now your 2nd fastest woman ever to swim at YMCA Nationals and in the YMCA program. So great swim by Leah Shackley. I'm sorry, it's Leah Shackley, and she did a fantastic job. So we now move into our C final. The women's 200 backstroke will be in the water next, and in lane number 1, it's Mary Kubiak. She'll be a Drexel Dragon. She's from Ridley. She's swimming out of lane number 1. Lane number 2, she'll be a Cardinal, a Catholic U, Tara Wyarda from Lakeland Hills, New Jersey. Kimberly Shannon, 23rd last year. She'll be a Pitt Panther from Greater Susquehanna Valley. Kimberly Shannon was also second in the 1,000 the other night. Sophia Crote, 14 years old from Burbank. She's in lane number 4. Maggie Dickinson, 13 years old from Schrader, is in lane 5. Erica Maltsev, Greater Somerset County, is in lane 6. 16th last year in this event, Cambria Jewett from YMCA Greater Nashua is in 7. And Tessa Bendakis, 43rd last year, in lane 8 from Greater Monmouth. So here are your 50 splits going out. Sophia Cruddy, she's at 27.60, just over her split from this morning. So we'll see if she'll be able to build tonight. Maggie Dickinson up there in lane number 5 is in 2nd, and up there in lane number 8, Tessa Bendakis now moving into 3rd. Bendakis, as I mentioned, 43rd last year, so moving up pretty significantly here in our C final, making a nighttime swim. So still Cruddy at 58.35, followed by Dickinson and Bendakis. 58.35 is Sarah Cruddy. So 14-year-old and 13-year-old in there. And now moving up out of lane number 5 is Maggie Dickinson from Schrader. She's 13, but still on the outside we've got Bendakis. One more 50 to go here in our C final. Bendakis now your leader at 129.74. So Bendakis was 130.52 earlier today. Also moving up here in lane 3, Kimberly Shannon. She was 3rd in the 2nd in the 1,000 the other night, 23rd in this event last year. As I mentioned earlier, she'll be off to be a Pitt Panther this fall. Here in your C final, finishing up just over the 200 mark at 200.54 for Kimberly Shannon, followed by Maggie Dickinson and then Tessa Bendakis. There's a great shot of Kimberly Shannon. I'm sure very thrilled about that race at a 200.54 for Shannon from Greater Susquehanna Valley wide. Next up will be our D final, which will be the 15-year-old event.
Brand new event this year. It'll be a dedicated 15 and under event. It is the D final for the 200 backstroke.
And here's your D final. Avery Anderson from Birmingham Family Y in lane number 1. These are all 15-year-olds. Addison Dispo from Ridley is in lane 2. Alyssa Claiborne Lowe's is in lane 3. Emma Ten Hunfeld from South Family in lane number 4. Lou Rena, 13 years old from Greensboro, is in 5. Ella Gussin, Westport Wesson is in 6. Vicky Sluck, 13 years old from Montclair, is in 7. And Maddie Fox from Upper Main Line is in lane number 8. So out first, Ten Hunfeld. She's out 27.49. She was 27.69 earlier today, followed by Alyssa Claiborne. And then Rena Lou. So out of lane number 4, it's still Emma Ten Hunfeld, 57.72. She was 57.81 And we've got Alyssa Claiborne second, Raina Liu in third. Ten Hunfelt, 15 years old, from South Family YMCA in Kettering, Ohio. So here we go on this last 50. Ten Hunfelt, about 0.6 of a second lead over Claiborne, and then Liu about a second over her in that 129 range. A great swim right now. She was 129.24 earlier today. Ten Hunfelt was 129.80, so she's a bit zippier tonight. Good turn right there for Emma, the 15-year-old. She was 31.52 on that last 50. We'll see what she can do. Now trying to move up, also Alyssa Claiborne, but it will be Emma Ten Hunfelt. She goes 2:00.90 as a 15-year-old. That's a real zippy swim tonight. 31.66 coming home. She came in at 2:02.94 out of the prelims. Drops almost over 2 full seconds for Emma Ten Hunfelt. Nice swim there for Emma. And we will go into our awards, I believe, for our women's 200 backstroke. Then we go into the men's 200 back, but there are your displayed D final. Those are all 15 or unders. Pretty good swims right there for Ten Hunfelt, Claiborne, Liu, all under that 2:03 mark. I'll be turning it back over to Bruce Griffin, our PA announcer here in Greensboro, for our 2023, our centennial year of YMCA Short Course Nationals here momentarily. But before I do that, I do have some trivia questions. I'm going to give you the answers. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but before there was a 500-yard freestyle, there was, believe it or not, a 440-yard freestyle. A lot of the pools were just 20 yards, so when they went to the 25-yard short course, they made the change. What was the first year of YMCA Masters Nationals? That was in 2000. Here's another quick question for you. In 1923, time was measured to the nearest 10th, half second, 4th, 5th, or 100th. Well, your answer is 5th. So that was your timing. Now it's the 100th, the 1000th, as you know when we call these races. So the winning time in the first YMCA National Championships in the 50-yard freestyle was 26 3/5, 25 1/5, 27 4/5, 29 00, or 28 2/5. What do you think it was? Take a guess. Was it 26 3/5? If you guessed that, you are right. Give yourself a pat on the back. Again, we'll be back here momentarily. We have a lot of swimming trivia. We have about 100 questions, and it's just tremendous. Or dozens and dozens of tidbits over the years were put together by our championship centennial committee. So they did a great job. So back here momentarily, I'll be turning it back over to Bruce Griffin. Hope you're enjoying our live stream from the great Greensboro Aquatic Center here in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina, tournament town for our 2023 National YMCA Short Course Swimming Championships.
Presenting the awards for the women's 200-yard backstroke, Coach Tom Grassadonia, Blair Regional YMCA. Finishing in 16th, Ella Glass, YMCA of Northwest Louisiana. 15th, Charlotte Holiday, Greater Somerset County. 14th, Lauren Clippard, Powell Crosley. 13th, Julia Bartow from Cheshire. 12th, Ann Dickinson from Schrader. 11th, Ella Habjohn, Lakeland Hill. 10th, Maddie McLaughlin, Kanawha, West Virginia. And winner of the B final, Elizabeth Beam from Schrader. Finishing 8th, from Yoda, Krishna Bazundenhout. 7th. 6th, Cadence Vincent, Elkins, West Virginia. 5th, Devin Sargent from Upper Mainline. 4th, Claire Logan, Fanwood, Scotch Plains. 3rd, Maya Schweikert, Countryside. 2nd, Sarah Rodriguez, Metropolitan YMCA of the Oranges. And our 2023 national champion is actually warming up for the 100 butterfly. She's doing a back-to-back. But let's give it up now, defending champion and new national record for Leah Shackley, Blair Regional, 151.27. Congratulations, lady.
So Leah Shackley, our new national record holder in the women's 200 backstroke. She was 25.27 and a 27.79 and a 28.83 and a 29.38. As she set the national record was 157.27. So next up will be the men's 200-yard backstroke, the national and championship meet record, 141.48, set back in 2016. Austin Katz from Sarasota. This will be your B final. Ruby Kupski, 31st last year from Wilkes-Barre's in lane number 1. Ian Duncan, 61st last year from Birmingham's in 2. Teddy Blake didn't swim this event last year. He's from Triangle. He's in lane number 3. Bradley Boyd, 47. Last year, he'll be off to the University of Kentucky this fall from Tri-County. He's in 4. Connor Johnson, 37th last year from Lakeland Hills, is in 5. Peter Horan, 14th in 100 back last year from Regional Y Western Connecticut, is in 6. Dylan Jewett, 27th last year from Greater Nashua, is in 7. And Carson Reisner, he'll be a blue hen at the University of Delaware this fall. He was 48th in this event last year. So here we go, B final. In the water, Peter Horan out with the fastest start at .60, leading the field off the blocks. So we'll see where these guys are. It's a pretty even field. Up there in lane number 8, pretty good turn, pretty good out up there. That is Carson Reisner, Farmington Valley. We'll see where these guys are. And it is Reisner. He's out 25.31, only 8/100ths of a second off of his morning split. Now moving up out of lane number 4 here in the center of the pool, Bradley Boyd. He was 47th in this event last year, off to Kentucky this fall from Tri-County YMCA. Looks to be your leader right now. It looks like we've got Boyd. Yep, he's out first, followed by Blake, then Reisner. 52.20 for Boyd. He was 52.15 this morning. And moving up out of lane number 3, Teddy Blake from the Triangle, Yoda area, YMCA in Raleigh, North Carolina. So it looks like Boyd and Blake right now trying to move up out of lane number 5 is Connor Johnson, 15-year-old. But it's Blake. Teddy Blake at 119.91 Again, just over that split of this morning. But here comes Blake. My goodness, and now also moving up there is Connor Johnson. So it will be Teddy Blake. He goes 147.05, followed by Connor Johnson, and then Bradley Boyd does a good shot of Teddy Blake from the YMCA of the Triangle area, Raleigh, North Carolina, comes home in a 27.14. Connor Johnson split 26.61 on that last 50 for that 147.63. So there they are, your B finalists, winner of that B final. Great swim by Teddy Blake from Yoda. I'll turn it back over to Bruce Griffin to introduce our championship final as they parade them out.
Please welcome our A finalists. Next up, the A final, men's 200-yard backstroke. Austin Katz, 141.48, the national record. Austin from Sarasota, swimming in lane number 1. 17th in this event last year. 4th in the 100 back at his Ohio State meet. He'll be a Wildcat at the University of Arizona, Will Myers. Lane number 2, 20th in this event last year. In 2024, he's headed to Texas. From Boise, Tyler Quarterman. In lane 3, a finalist in both backstrokes last year. He'll be a Wisconsin Badger. From Schrader, Sam Lorenz. Lane number 4, Lane number 4 from Piedmont. He's a high school junior committed to University of Virginia in 2024. Last year, 8th in this event, David King. Lane number 5, your defending national champion in this event, from Cumberland, Maryland, Daniel Deal. In lane number 6, 15th in this event last year. 4th in the 200 back at Long Course Nationals from Greater Somerset County, Kenny Barnacle. In lane number 7, 5th in this event last year. He'll be a Tar Heel in the fall from Yoda, Reese Stoner. And in lane number 8, 9th in this event last year, he'll be a Badger at the University of Wisconsin in the fall from York, Nathan Welker. This is the A final.
Nathan Welker,
Mr. Referee.
University of Wisconsin in the fall, 9th last year. Center of the pool, Daniel Deal, going to try to track down a national age group record and go after Austin Katz and his record for 2016 at 141.48. Deal came into the meet seated at a 139, cruised out this morning. He's in lane 5. You got David King, 8th last year in this event. He is our top seed coming in tonight. He's going to be off to be a Cavalier at the University of Virginia. So we'll see what these gentlemen can do. Right now, Daniel Deal up there in lane number 5. We'll see what he can pull down tonight. See if he goes after Katz's record. King in lane number 4. There's a 23.92, and your record pace is a 24.39. So he is under national record pace. We've got a 141.48 is your national record.
49.72, the national record pace. Daniel's going to be way under that.
And Here comes Daniel at the 100-yard mark, and he's at 25:01, 48:35 going out. National record is 49:72. We'll see what he can do on the back half here. King still in second, and third is Sam Lorenz down here in lane number 3. Pretty even field after that. But here comes Deal. 50 yards to go after this turn. He is at 1:14.11, so he is probably on track to get to that 140, maybe back into the 139 range. But here comes Daniel Deal from Cumberland, Maryland. Daniel Deal, 141.48 is what we're looking for. Can he get there? He will be just under at 140.47 for Daniel Deal, followed by David King. Let's not forget that someone, 142.89 for King. He'll be off to Virginia, but a new national record. Now a two-time defending champion, Daniel Deal from Cumberland, Maryland, followed by David King from Piedmont. And then in third, Sam Lorenz. So a great swim right there for Daniel Deal, 140.47. Austin Katz, finally, his record goes down after 7 years. Great swim for Daniel. Next up will be our C final. We'll meet Daniel on the podium along with those B finalists a little bit later. As we swim through our C final, lane number 1 will be Oliver Stahl, 105. He's at 105th and 100 back last year. From Greater Spartanburg, Connor Mangan from Central Bucks Family Y. That's their first swimmer back from CBY here at Ynats for an evening swim. Congratulations, Chris, Ryan, John, Bob, for getting that swimmer back. Peyton Graziano, Greensburg, is in lane number 3. Hunter Kunzel, Greater Monmouth, is in 4. Sam Skibbo, Wyckoff in 5. Look at Tristan Ronayne out there. Tommy, check that out. He was off the blocks first. Sam Skibbo, as I mentioned, from Wyckoff's in 5. Rayburn Cole, 43rd last year from McGraw's in 6. Colin Cavanaugh, he'll be an F at Williams College this fall from Fanwood Scotch Plains in 7. And Tristan Ronayne, who's now in 3rd, is in lane number 8 from Ridley. Here we go. This is our C final. These gentlemen will be moving up. And Graziano, 53.06 out right now. So Graziano from Greensburg, he is your leader through the 100. And earlier today, Graziano was 53.01, so just a little bit off that pace, but we'll see what he can do here on this back half. So lane 7, Ed Stotts now. Ed Stoltz from Upper Mainline also in the mix.
He is not letting up going into this last wall.
So Colin Cavanaugh would be, like I mentioned, a Williams F from Fanwood Scotch Plains, having a good C final, and he finishes up. And Cavanaugh goes 148.95. That'll be a great time as he heads up to Williams College, one of the D3 powers every year. Former Y national champ, Coach Steve, up there from Wilton in many years. So Cavanaugh, he goes 148.95, and Graziano finishes at 150.47, and Rayburn Cole 151.04. Next up will be our D final, the 15-year-olds and under. Ryan Sutherland will be in lane 1 from Yoda. Lane number 2 from Foothills Y will be Jay Owens. AJ Farner from Birmingham, Michigan will be in lane number 3. Kenneth McLaughlin, Kanawha YMCA in 4. Jimmy Beeson, Greater Spartanburg in 5. Luke Lamb from Schneider, he's in 6. Ed Stoltz from Upper Main Lines in 7, and Cullen McGraw in lane number 8. Here is your D final.
Let it go. Oh, Cullen's in there now. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is what they do. And then I'll turn it over.
All right, we've got that D final. These are the 15 and unders. Right now, we've got A.J. Farner out at the 100 at a 54.18, 28.06 on that last 50. And momentarily, we're going to have Rowdy Gaines join us. My goodness, so I feel like Dan Hicks. No, I'm a lot older than Dan, right? He's a lot better looking than me, isn't he? All right, here we go, Rowdy. I'm going to give you over here, and we'll finish up here on the D final. And we'll have a few questions, maybe as Bruce is getting ready for the... So here we go with Rowdy Gaines. We're going to be finishing up here. He's going to get used to this screen and see some of these results. Welcome, Rowdy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. It's good to be with you.
Awesome. This is awesome. So they just finished up here. It looks like Kenneth McLaughlin.
51.6.
Yeah, 51.6 for a 15-year-old. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Good finish there for Kenneth. And he's from Kanawha YMCA. Of course, we had a great Daniel Deal swim.
Oh, unbelievable.
Something else, isn't he?
140 point. He's, you know, the United States has got an incredible tradition of backstroke. I mean, you know,
you go all the way back to Neighbor and even before that, huh? And then they just build from there.
You start off with Adolf Kiefer. You want to go
You're
way
right.
back,
Yeah, Adolf.
And then, of course, John and the sweeping in 76 for the men's backstroke, and then it went to Rick Carey and Dave Burkhoff, who won silver in 88, and then starting in 96, it was a straight Jeff Rouse and Brad Bridgewater, Aaron Pearsall, and then Kraselberg, and I mean Ryan Lochte, and the list just went on and on. And now Murph is in there. It's unbelievable. But Andy Deal has a chance to be the next great American backstroke.
Yeah. And this summer I was announcing here at Ynats, and you know, he had a chance to break Pearsall's mag record at 15-16, and he had it until about that last 15 meters. But you know, we had it going, and I thought he was going to get it. But as I said, I call him the real deal. I mean, he's 139 coming in, so that wasn't even his fastest swimming.
No.
Short course yards for that.
And I'm sure he's. I wouldn't say he's swimming through the meet. I don't know, but my guess is he's here to, you know, represent his Y and make sure he's on point. But he's going to be getting ready for the World Championships this summer.
Yeah, he will.
Not a lot of swimmers here can say that, and he's got a great chance to make it. I mean, the backstroke for men is just crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And you know, I will give you a little David Burkhoff tip.
Yeah.
Or a little insight on David Burkhoff originally grew up in Huntington Valley, and his mom Elaine was a board member at the Hatboro Y.
Wow.
And on that record board for the Hatboro Y, a little YMCA outside of Philadelphia, of course David Burkhoff's name's up there as an 8 and under. He soon went off the Penn Charter after that and did his thing over there.
Now his daughter.
How about Catherine Burkhoff at NC State? How about?
Yeah. She's having quite the follow-up career.
She is. It's great to see. Let's let Bruce take us through these 16 award winners on the men's 200 backstroke, and we'll see Daniel here momentarily.
Presenting the awards for the men's 200-yard backstroke, the head coach of the Cumberland, Maryland YMCA. Finishing in 16th place from Greater Nashua, Dylan Jewett. 15th from Wilkes-Barre, Wooby Kupski. 14th from Birmingham, Ian Duncan. 13th from Farmington, Carson Reisner. 12th from Regional Y, Western Connecticut, Peter Horan. 11th from Tri-County, Bradley Boyd. 10th from Lakeland Hills, Connor Johnson. And winner of the B final men's 200-yard backstroke from Yoda, Teddy Blake. Finishing in 8th place from York, Nathan Welker. Seventh from Greater Somerset County, Kenneth Barnacle. Finishing 6th from Boise, Tyler Quarterman. Finishing 5th from Yoda, Reese Stoner. Finishing 4th from Emmy Lyons, Will Myers. Finishing 3rd from Schrader, Sam Lorenz. Finishing 2nd from Piedmont, David King. And your 2023 national champion and new national record holder, from the Cumberland, Maryland YMCA, Daniel Deal, winning time of 140.47. Congratulations, gentlemen.
National champion and new national record holder, Daniel Deal. Rowdy, we were just talking about a little bit about Leah Shackley too. We're going to see her here coming up next in the 100 fly.
Good double.
But yeah, that's a little bit. What was your toughest double? Did you do doubles back
doubles? Then? Are you kidding me? No way I would do doubles.
No
happening.
way. Isn't that
I'm
something?
one a night. Maybe a relay. That would be my double. But no, we didn't have too many. Because I wasn't very versatile. I was 50 to 500, but those never really drew the same day. So.
Right. Well, next up is our women's 100 butterfly, and we got our B final coming up, and Billy Sherrato, she'll be in lane number 1. She's going to be off the University of Kentucky. A lot of Kentucky commits here in this Y meet. 17th last year in this event for Fanwood Scotts Plains. Kenzie Padilla, 15th last year. She'll be part of the Harvard swim team up there in Massachusetts, Boston, Mass, upper main line. Morgan Thomas, 20th last year. She'll be a gopher at Minnesota from Piedmont. Avery Cudlack, 10th last year. She's going to Pitt. So a lot of seniors there in your first 4 lanes from Laurel East Hartford. Anna Kilponen, 52nd last year from Lakeland Hills, is in 5. Carly Larson, 43rd last year from Green Bay. Emily Way, 8th last year from York and York County. Lizzie Washburn, she'll be a brown bear out of lane number 8. 14th last year from Summit, New Jersey.
Yeah, when I watched Larson take it out, she looked really good. 3 from the top right there. Looked very smooth going out. 25-1, starting to come back to the field a little bit.
Yeah, Larson from Green Bay, Wisconsin. She's 16 years old. And we've got down here in lane number 3, Morgan Thomas, 20th in this event last year, so she's swimming in her B final or first B final.
And she cannot believe it. I love reactions like that surprise and joy. 29-4 on the way home. I mean, she came booking the last 50. Nice settling of the first 50, but she came home, and the only swimmer to break 55.
That's right. That's right. So coming back in that 29.41 paid off. 54.71 for Morgan Thomas, and then Kenzie Padilla, followed up by Anna Kilponen. Next up will be our championship final. We'll turn that back over to Bruce for the introductions, and we'll listen up for Bruce. We'll be back here momentarily with Rowdy Gaines. Everybody knows Rowdy, right? At least every 4 years, my man.
Good old Rodney.
You know it, but it's good. Thank you.
This is the women's 100-yard butterfly A final. Let's meet them. Lane number 1 from Wyckoff, Katie Lawrence. Lane number 2, A finalist in the 100 back, 100 breast last year, from Schrader, Alana Berlin. Lane number 3, 4th in this event last year. She'll be a Pit Panther in the fall, from Boyertown, Sydney Green. The top qualifier last year, your national champion in the 200 back and 100 back. Earlier tonight, a new national record in the 200 back. This is quite a double for Leah Shackley, Blair Regional. Lane number 5, 2nd last year in this event. Your national champion last summer from Greater Somerset County, Emily Thompson. Lane number 6, last year 3rd in the 100 fly. She'll be a Longhorn at Texas in the fall from Champaign County, Angela Coe. In lane number 7, 5th in this event last year, also headed to Texas from Upper Mainline, Alexa Fulton. And in lane number 8, she's a birthday girl today from the West Virginia Wild. She'll attend Queen's University in the fall. Happy birthday, Madeline Foster. This is the A final. Madam Referee.
Back victory.
Yeah, the double was about an hour ago, so I'm assuming she had plenty of time to warm down and get ready for this one. Although you had the awards, it's a tough double. There's no doubt about it. But she's got great underwater. You know, when you watched her 200 backstroke, she's so good underwater. Didn't get off the blocks very well. She was about a 10th behind Thompson.
She was.
Now that could come back to hurt her a little bit, at least as far as the record goes. I think, based on what she did in the morning, she's going to win this race. But can she get the record? That's the question. Wow! 23.5 on the way out. And look at the underwater. She's going a good 12, 13 meters underwater on each turn. Watch this last one.
Yes, she is.
Oh, man.
Shackley, your leader, chasing down that national record.
52.43, 7 years old. Will she get it? Oh, yeah.
Big time, big time. She goes 50.96, Rowdy. How about that? Leah Shackley doubling up on the records tonight.
Wow.
Rewriting our record books here at Y Nationals. Emily Thompson finishes up 2nd, followed by Angie Coe.
Well, it shows you how great that swim was. Emily Thompson and Angie Coe were 2nd and 3rd. You see those times right there? That was just off the record. They missed the national record by a total of 8/10 and 9/10 each.
Yeah, Caitlin Ties, kind of legendary around here. Back in 2016, Caitlin had won about 3 of these championships in a row. She's moving up. Look at them all.
And look at 2nd through 5th. 7th, 1/100th of a second, and they are all within a 10th and a half of the national record. The 100 fly is in good hands. We're talking about those 4 swimmers right there. but Leah Shackley leads the way, 50.9. What a beautiful swim.
Absolutely. Now we're going to go into our C final, and this will be with Elodie Mitchell in lane number 1 from Triangle, Alyssa Napier from Western Branch, Delaware, in lane number 2, Carly Frank from Lakeland Hills, Victoria Kidney, 42nd last year from Wheeling, so she's back into a C final. Flynn Truscott, she'll be off to William and Mary this fall. They got a pretty good program down there, William and Mary, in that mid-major. And she's from Upper Main Line. Sophia Cuddy in lane number 6, 14 years old from Burbank, Wise, Isabel Meyer from Bremerton. 7, and Cadence Vincent is in lane number 8.
Napier down there in lane number 2. He's really fast going out as well, 25.5. Like 3 or 4 swimmers under 26 going out. Coming back a little bit, chasing her down, still in the lead. She's not gonna, yes, no. She got in there.
Napier's in at a 55.20, coming back in that 29.67, so she just held off a hard charging Cadence Vincent out there in lane number 8, and then Victoria Kidney finishes up in 30 in your C final.
Yeah, what a swim. What a way to hang on to. And again, how tight the top 4 were. Less than half a second separates those top 4 swimmers. Really nice job for the others.
And then we'll move into our D final. These are the 15 and unders. And we changed this from a couple of years ago. Just coming out of COVID, we wanted to give these youngsters a chance because they would come here. You know, there's 1,400 swimmers here. So you get these young ones here, and they are just overwhelmed sometimes with the experience. But you get them in the water at night, Rowdy, and we'll see what we can do. I've seen some good D final swims right here, and there they are, right in front of us down here in lane number 2 is Claire Rasakis she's 13 years old. She's out in 25.98, Rowdy.
Yeah, and it's so great to have a second swim, especially at this age, so you can feel what it's like to come back in a final setting, to have this crowd just roaring, having it packed in here, everybody around the deck. Not quite the same thing for the prelims. So to have this feeling is great for all of these swimmers. They gain that valuable experience.
And they sure do. And then now finishing up, so it is Hayden Bailey out of lane number 1. She goes back 29.83. So Hayden Bailey from Des Moines. Now I think you've been out to that YMCA pool for some tier meets.
We've had some pro swims out there. And what a swim for her. Almost a second and a half faster than she went in the prelims. And that would have qualified her for the C final. That's how quick that swim was. Really nice job by Hayden Bailey, the youngster.
The youngster from Greater Des Moines.
An outside smoker.
How about that? That outside smoke comes out a lot in these nighttime swims sometimes, especially in these C and D finals, and these kids get ready to go. So, hey, we're going to have some awards. Rowdy Gaines, how about that, ladies and gentlemen, joining us tonight. We really appreciate Rowdy's appearance here tonight. He talked to about 450 or 400 or 500. I'm going to say it's 500 athletes last night with 6 Olympians up there, and just led them through some conversations, some Q&A. Really you talk about valuable experience out of the water, was listening to some of those tremendous people, Olympians over the years, and I want to thank you personally for that.
No, thank you. It was all of them. I just was sort of the shepherd, and they took over and said some really wise words. And I love listening to all those Olympians. I mean, you know, and I said it at the very beginning, they, as great as swimmers as they all were, and amazing swimmers, I called a lot of their races. I didn't call Gary's races.
No.
Gary Dillis, who won silver medal back in 1964, he's one that I didn't call. But all the others I ended up calling one way or the other during their career. And it's something that they were better people out of the pool than they were in the pool. That's saying something.
Right. And we're going to have Janelle Jorgensen. She was one of the Olympians up there from Wilton, Connecticut. I remember Janelle, and she's come back. And, you know, she came back, it was the 50th anniversary at the Wilton Waiwahoos this past year. And when she came back, she was our keynote speaker. And
Oh,
really,
cool.
all that Janelle did, and a lot of her colleagues and friends came back. And really what she talked about then, Rowdy, was the friendship, the companionship, a little bit of coaching. She didn't talk about getting that silver medal in '88 and on that relay. And she was she's always been a tremendous asset. And more than that, she and Craig Beardsley are here. And we know the story on Craig, just put into the Hall of Fame, the International Swimming Hall of Fame, well deserved, the 1980 Olympian, and he's been here for many, many years. Swim Across America, just a tremendous job that those two do with that organization to raise money for cancer research. So here we have we'll turn it back over, but I think Janelle is going to try to present the championship award, right? And that's going to go to who other than
presenting the award, a special treat
Shackley.
for the women's 100-yard butterfly, 1988
We'll let Bruce
Olympian
take this over here a moment
and a
and
past
be
national
back.
champion here at Y Nationals. From the Wilton Waiwahoos, welcome back the former Janelle Jorgensen, along with Coach Tom Grassadonia from Blair Regional. Finishing in 16th, Billy Chirac, Fanwood Scotch Plains. 15th, Emily Way from York. 14th, Carly Larson, Green Bay. 13th, from Laurel East Hartford, Avery Cudlack. Janelle was a high schooler when she made the Olympic team. 12th, Summit Branches, Lizzie Washburn. 11th, from Lakeland Hills, Anna Kilponen. Finishing 10th, from Upper Mainline, Kenzie Padilla. And winner of the bead final from Piedmont, Morgan Thomas. Finishing in 8th place, Maddie Foster, Tri-County. In 7th, Alexa Fulton, Upper Mainline, Pennsylvania. Finishing 6th, Katie Lawrence from Wyckoff. 5th place, Alana Berlin from Schrader. 4th, Sydney Green, Boyertown. 3rd, Angie Coe, Champaign County. 2nd, Emily Thompson, Greater Somerset County. And your 2023 national champion and new national record holder, 16-year-old Leah Shackley, Blair Regional.
Leah.
And
Rowdy,
just a
any more
side
comments about Leah Shackley's performance tonight? Incredible.
With that kind of performance, Paris is not out of the question. I mean, a lot of great American female swimmers right now, especially in the backstroke.
Congratulations, ladies.
I wouldn't rule her out. Absolutely, she's got a shot.
Well, Janelle Jorgensen, we were just talking about her. She presented the
She was
award.
17.
17, right.
17 when she made the 1988 Olympic team.
That's tremendous. That's a big goal. Talked about goals with those folks, but that's what they said. And I think when Janelle was back then as a 17-year-old, she said to Coach Tim Murphy, who's at Penn State now, who was coaching the Wilders back then, what she said last night was, I want to get to the Olympics.
That's a great goal.
Murph set it up, and next thing you know, she's out of trials and getting the call.
That's great.
Really tremendous. So we're going to move over to the men's 100 butterfly, and we've got the B final up here. Dostal's in lane number 1, 13th last year. Emmy Lyons, Welker in 2, Payne in 3, Cara Hollis 4, Renard 5, Eamon 6, Condon 7, and Redding in 8. Redding's gone off pole dominion, another one of those two majors. So Payne was off the blocks first. Jared
Really good start. 0.61 on the reaction time. Condon had another good one too. 0.64. Anything under 0.65 is really solid as far as reaction time. And when you get to these 50s and 100s, you know, I mean, it's really getting that great reaction time so you can build some momentum into each wall.
Exactly. So first at the 50 was Condon, 22:57. Used to think that was a good 50 free time, huh, Rowdy?
It was a good 50 free time, trust me. These guys all come in around 49 plus.
Man, it's pretty tight there on the finish, isn't it? And that's Charlie Renard, Greater Monmouth. You know, coaches out of Greater Monmouth, right? One of those Olympians.
48-86, nice job, gentlemen.
Isn't he coach? Olympian right in the middle last year, the kind of guy who didn't have the body for all the swimming. Tom?
Oh, Wilkins.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I don't know who was making the comment about a body, but Charlie Renard, he finished up at 48.86. A couple guys under 49 there. So that was a good B final, but that's his swimming.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I just saw Tommy on the deck, and you know, just a real, just one of the great gentlemen of our sport. He was team captain of the Olympic team in 2000.
How about that? Did you call him a grinder in the pool?
Absolutely.
Final men's 100 yards.
I'd say that to his face, though. And that's something I would wear as a badge of honor if I saw him.
Well, he's got us recorded now. So anyway, let's turn it back over to Bruce, and he'll take us through these.
Lane number 2, he just started swimming this event from the St. Cloud Gators. Micah Davis. Micah out of Minnesota. Lane number 3, he was 14th in the 200 fly last year. From Lynchburg, Jack Mills. The top qualifier didn't swim this event here last year. He finished second in the 50 free, 200 free, and the 100 free. He'll be a Hokie in Virginia. From Lynchburg, Brendan Whitfield. Lane 5, he'll be a Golden Bear at University of California. Dedicating this race to Carly Frank from Franwood, Scotts Plains, Roman Jones. Lane number 6, 46th in this event last year, all the way to the A final from Greater Somerset County, Garrett Gould. Lane number 7, 79th in this event last year. From Ridley, Shane Eckler. And in lane number 8, he was in last year's C final from Racine, Wisconsin, Hugo Ortega.
So Hugo Ortega.
This is the A final.
Hey, how about that? There's
Madam
some
referee.
folks who were way back last year coming all the way back in here. But we've got Roman Jones in the center of the pool and Brandon Whitfield. Whitfield will be off to, he'll be a Hokie, Virginia Tech. They've got a great program down there also.
Yeah, Sergio Lopez, the coach down there, doing a wonderful job. Just outside top 10, well, actually 9th, I think, at NCAA's, but they've done a great job.
Yeah, Ortega out there off that start. Pretty good start at a 56.56.
Yeah, the underwaters there are just tremendous by lane number 5.
You've got Brendan ahead.
So Roman Jones, yeah, he'll be a Cal next year. He's decided to go out to Cal, Roman Jones, in his first Y championship meet.
Can Roman keep up?
A little
with
shorter
Brendan?
stroke, but still staying in there. That's not out of it yet.
Thomas Heilman.
Whitfield.
45-81, the
So
national
where
record.
were we? We were Whitfield out in 21:50.
45-81, just
He
off.
was just below Heilman's record. How about that? That's a pretty good swimmer out at 46-26. Look at that reaction from Brendan.
Full second drop from his
That's just a great split. He was out faster than anybody else, came back faster than anybody else, 24/7 on the way back. That is flying, and won by over a second.
About that.
Good swim by Roman Jones, 47.2. He was a second faster than he went in the morning.
Yeah, so Whitfield down there, you mentioned Sergio putting together a pretty strong program again down there at La Tech,
Yeah.
Hokies. And so
Well, he's an Olympian himself.
Next up,
That was a
C
pretty good
final,
career
men's
himself.
100-yard
Yes,
butterfly.
At Auburn for many
Madam
years.
referee.
yeah, Auburn. It sounds familiar, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, how
They have
about
a
that?
pretty good program down there.
Yeah, the War Eagles.
Back in the top 10 this year.
Yeah,
It's
that was
nice to see. Ryan Wackenbarker, the coach there, doing a great job.
I think there might be a commit or two, maybe one out of here.
In the C final, lane 1, Jack Sullivan,
Women's side,
Trader,
I
lane 2,
believe.
Camden
But that's-
Taylor,
they
Rucker,
brought their
John
women's
Russ
program
out, Farmington,
back.
Valley 3,
I
Benjamin
believe I
Eyeshide,
was following
Triangle
the
4,
situation
Finn
a
Coogan,
bit
Russell, Lakeland
a
Hills
few
5.
weeks ago, right?
Well, they were 27th in the men last year. They got 10th this year. So
Sebastian Aguilar, Oshkosh.
that was a big improvement. Didn't quite have the bodies on the women's side.
Over in lane number 2, Camden
I mean, they
Taylor,
certainly improved from
Rock
last
River
year.
Valley.
So our C final, Sullivan in 1, Taylor 2, Russ knocked 3, Eyeshide 4.
Men's 100 flies.
Coogan Russell is in 5. He'll be off the buck now at the Bison. He'll be a Bison this fall. Lapine in 6. Hidalgo St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies, he's heading off to. He's in 7. And Sebastian Aguilar in lane number 8. We'll see who finishes up here. It's Camden Taylor. He goes 49-18. So pretty good group there in our C final. Eyeshide finishes up 2nd. John Rusnick, Farmington Valley up there in Connecticut. Connecticut's a pretty good hotbed for some really solid club swimming over the years, especially in Y swimming. It's a big Y swimming. Here come our 15 and unders. So we've got a London Rising in a 1, Alex Kesmark in 2, Harrison Lee 3, Eli Edmondson in 4, Kai Batchelor 5, Roman Torres 6, Amir Tasker 7, and Chase Grissy in 8.
The name of the day has to be London Rising. I love that name.
That's beautiful. London Rising. You know, I said it. It didn't even dawn on
Right?
me. And
Great
you're looking
name.
at that, London
And
Rising.
these youngsters, all of them 15 or age or younger. In fact, Tasker up there in lane number 7 is only 14 years of age. How quick there. London Rising.
There's your
Speaking of
guy.
rising, he's rising right there at the first 50. 23.2 on the way out.
Down here in lane 1. That's a pretty good shot of him right there.
Right in front of him, fell back at the end, but ends up getting second. What a swim by Eli Edmondson to come back in 26.4. Nice job on the end. The only guy to break 50.
How about that? Goldsboro, North Carolina.
And that's a fun barrier to get. You know, whenever you have barriers, a minute, 50, whatever it is, it's a cool barrier to break. And I don't know if it was his first time, but that's a great feeling. London Rising right there with him. Almost broke 50.
Yeah, that was a good drop for Eli Edmondson from
Yeah.
Goldsboro. Rising in 2nd. Batchelor finishes up 3rd in that D final on the men's fly. So, you know, we're here with Rowdy Gaines. It's a special night, opening night. You saw the opening ceremony? There's a little drum line in here. You probably never had
over there at the
drum line in. And
yeah, with
that's
Bruce.
always
Yeah, it was awesome.
quite a
They did
show.
a great job, and all the kids marching around, watching them. It was fun to see. You can see the joy in their faces about being here and being with their team and their families.
Yeah, and there's I would say a couple thousand spectators up in the bleachers.
The stands were packed.
They were.
I mean, as crowded as I've ever seen. I've been to this to Greensboro many times.
Yeah.
And it was the most crowded I've ever seen it.
And we've been here. We used to swim down at Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
And then we all know that the new Fort Lauderdale Aquatic Center right now is just spectacular.
It is.
Diving facility. We just held YMCA National Diving Championships down there last week. And then, you know, that was a staple for us. One year we went out to the Orlando Y.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when Janelle was swimming.
Yeah.
Back in
that's when she won
87.
6 gold medals back in '87 at that Orlando Y.
Exactly.
That was just about 3 or 4 years after it was built. That was sort of a Taj Mahal of facilities back then.
Yeah, remember that? And now Greensboro, and with the extra 50.
Yeah.
They put in attached to the Coliseum. When we came here, we looked at this, and they treated us like gold. When we came here, flew us in, said we're building this 50-meter aquatic center. Where? Greensboro. Well, it's ACC and basketball. That's what you knew the Coliseum for, at least if you're from the Northeast. And you know, we walked in. We said this is going to be our place. We went from the outdoor environment in Lauderdale that first week of April back here into the indoor, and we haven't left because Greensboro is a tournament town, as we know, and this is their business. They do a great job here.
Yeah, they do.
Everything from the mechanics to running the meet, their staff does a fantastic job. So we're happy to be here on our centennial
crazy
short course
Can't
nationals.
believe it's 100 years.
Yeah. So let's start. I'm going to there's Craig Beardsley, I think. Is that Craig handing out the awards? It sure is. Craig Beardsley, 200-yard butterfly world record holder back in 1980.
Sure was.
Yeah. So we'll let Bruce take these through. So those of you who are listening on the stream and watching on the stream can hear our top 16 finishers introduced. But that's Craig Beardsley handing out those awards.
Western Branch. 10th, Jarrett Payne, Springfield. And winner of the B final, Charlie Renard, Greater Monmouth. Finishing in 8th place, Shane Eckler from Ridley. 7th place, Hugo Ortega from Racine. 6th, Jack Mills from Lynchburg. 5th place, Micah Davis from St. Cloud. 4th from Piedmont, Will Brown. 3rd, Garrett Gould, Greater Somerset County. 2nd from Fanwood Scotch Plains, Roman Jones. Your 2023 national champion presented his award by Coach Ryan Woodruff and Craig Beardsley. From Lynchburg, Brendan Whitfield, winning time of 46.26. Congratulations, gentlemen.
There were our results. Brendan Whitfield, Lynchburg, he wins the 100 butterfly, 46-26, followed by Roman Jones and then Garrett Gould. It was great to see Craig Beardsley up there presenting those awards, Rowdy. You know, he had a really, really good career, and because of the boycott back in 1980, was unable to to go over to the Olympic Games. But you mentioned, I think, something last night about his time. At
158.23.
Yeah, yeah, two flying.
45 years later would still hold up pretty well, you know. Yeah, he was an unbelievable swimmer and very deserving of being inducted into the International Swimming Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So it was good to see Craig here all week, and Janelle, as they represent YMCA swimming very well and Swim Across America. So if you have a chance, support Swim Across America. Here's the women's 200 breaststroke B final. Izzy Pfeiffer in lane number 1 from York and York County. Hatter Miller from Upper Main Lines in 2. Allison Bendel, 35th last year from Piedmont's in 3. Elliot McElpine, 32nd last year from Rapids in 4. Olivia Herbert, she'll be off to UConn, and we know what UConn did last night, so it's UConn Huskies. They've got a nice swim program up there in Storrs, Connecticut. She is in lane 5. She was 11th last year. Reese Riley from Blue Ashes in 6. Mac Thomas, 41st last year from Racine, is in 7. And Emma Below, 70th last year from the YMCA of Greater Nashua.
Good start here in lane number 4. 30.8 on the way out. Dead even to the 100th.
Yeah, Bendel and McElpine, they're 105.52. So they're just on their split from this morning here in the 200 breast halfway through.
And they've kind of separated themselves a little bit here from the field. The back half of the 200 breaststroke, though, is where the race is won and lost, because a lot of things can happen on the back half. You have a little bit too much speed on the front end, and it can come back, and you can kind of get a sense of that up there in lane number 5. Herbert is still in there, not out of it, and she's closed the gap a lot. In fact, she's moved into second now.
Yeah, Herbert split 35.58 on that last 50.
One of only 2 swimmers, including McElpine, that split under 36 on that 50.
Right, Herbert, Regional Y, Western Connecticut, Jason Page, their longtime coach, always has a good showing here with those kids.
And look at Herbert go this second 50. It's going to be a great race to the end.
And it
She
is.
got her.
Yeah. So Herbert finishes up there in the B final. She takes that, followed by Elliot McElpine, or McAlpine. I would call that McAlpine.
McAlpine.
Let's call it that. And that's a good last name. I love that, McAlpine. And then we have Allison Bendel finishing up 3rd. So there's Herbert.
Yeah, 235 pluses on the back half, and that's what I said. The back half of that 200 breaststroke is a huge factor, and she proved me right. She really came home that second half.
Yeah. So we had a breaststroker in the house last night, sitting at my table, Brendan Hansen.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he was
all
pretty
right.
good. I like that introduction you gave him. So
I didn't even know he was there.
I know.
I saw him earlier, but he was supposed to be up on the dais with us, and I didn't see him, so I thought he left. I didn't introduce him. I felt terrible.
But you don't feel bad. He was doing his Brendan thing, and then once you introduced him, he was like a magnet, right?
Greatest American breaststroker in history.
Yeah, he's a tremendous guy. Out of the Philadelphia area, by the way.
Yeah.
So we all know that. Legendary. Let's turn it over to Bruce, and he'll introduce our top 8.
Tennessee volunteer in the fall from Schrader, Tori Brostowitz. Lane number 2, 10th in this event last year from Spartanburg, Grace Hunt. Lane number 3, the national champion at our long course meet in this event from Butler County, Gianna Lavarini. The top qualifier competing in her first nationals from Piedmont, Sarah Surjak. Lane number 5, 7th in this event last year. She's aiming to swim for Harvard in 2024 from the YMCA of Chippewa Valley, Wisconsin, Gabi Augustin. Lane number 6 from York, Molly Yacoviello. Lane number 7, 8th in this event last year from Greater Somerset County. She'll be a Boilermaker at Purdue, Megan Sharma. And in lane number 8, 9th in this event last year, she'll swim for the Vanderbilt Commodores, giving a shout out to her mom, Fanwood Scotch Plains, Emily Constable.
So there are your championship finalists. Your top seed coming in off of the 2:13.91 this morning. Her first time championship final from Piedmont, 15 years old, Sarah Zierzak. We'll see what she'll do tonight. She was out in 30.45 earlier today to get into this lane 4.
Yeah, and Zierzak was about a second and a half ahead of everybody else, Bob, on just the prelim swim. So she's looking really good. And the youngest swimmer in the field, well, there's another 15-year-old in there as well, Grace Hunt, but it's a very young field. Nobody at 18, all 17 or under.
Got it. We got a few going off to college. Sharma going on Purdue down there in lane 7, Vanderbilt for Constable. And Constable, right now, she's in 3rd. So Zierzak out in 29.88.
Oh,
she was 30.45 this morning.
Flying out there. That's actually right on record pace. Annika McEnroe set that a couple years ago in 2021. I didn't think anybody'd be close to that. 2:10.44 is the national record. Let's see her split at the halfway point. 1:02.66 is the record pace. Off that a little bit, slipped up, but still only half second up, but well ahead after the rest of the field. Up there in lane number 8, swimming well right now is Constable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was Constable moving up. She just in that up there in lane number 8, that outside smoke a little bit. If she can come back, still looking strong. But here comes some of the other field members up there in lane number 6. Looks like Molly Yacoviello from York also making a move down here in lanes 1 and 2. Tori Brostowicz, our defending champion, she's off to Tennessee from Schrader, Wisconsin. So it's really even in the field, with the exception of
a great race for second. That's it. That's what it boils down to. You've got really 6 or 7 swimmers in there for a race for second. Nobody's.
So Zierzak was 137.64 through 150. Now she's finishing up. Here comes the 15-year-old from Piedmont, Cavalier Aquatics. She goes 2:13.11, followed up by Tori Brostowicz. She's runner-up this year, 2:14.63 for Brostowicz. And then in 3rd, Grace Hunt in 2:15.
Zierzak might have jumped on that first 50 a little bit too much, got a little tired at the end, but still won it. It wasn't even close. Up second and a half from this morning, second and a half tonight.
How about that? You're right. I mean, they moved up just a tad, some of them, which was great. Great swim there in the 200 breast. We've got a seed final coming up next, and we'll introduce those to you here. It's Casey Sanders from Farmington Family in the lane number 1. Grace Curtis, 14 years old, from Upper Mainline YMCA. Great tradition at Upper Mainline also. Corey Clark, I don't know if you remember that name. Corey Clark was on our Meet Centennial Committee with us throughout. She was a multiple-time Y champ from Upper Mainline. Of course, Brendan Burns on the men's side. We notice his name on the record board here. He was a Y swimmer for a number of years. Cameron Smith, 28th last year from Piedmont. She's in lane number 3. Ella Romberg, she's going to NYU this fall from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, the Violets at NYU. Lindy Worrell, 44th last year from Burlington, Camden County, is in lane 6. Lily Turco, she'll be off the University of Tampa this fall from Upper Mainline. She's in 7. And Brianna Smith from Yoda, the Triangle Area YMCA, Raleigh, North Carolina, swimming out of lane number 8. So out first was Cameron Smith at 30.90. Piedmont has really coming on strong. They combined with Cavalier Aquatics a few years ago, Rowdy, and the Piedmont Y and Cavalier Aquatics swimming down there in Charlottesville at UVA. So they're getting some great exposure, a large area to pull from swimmers, great coaching at Piedmont. So Smith still out there in the lead at 105.87. She was 106.82, so almost a full second ahead of where she was this morning.
And looking like Searjack in that A final, way out in front the first half of this race. And again, the second half is where you'll see a lot of movement, but it didn't happen with Searjack on that first one. And she has built such a huge lead right now. I'm not sure anybody's going to catch her. So 36.3 there, and she is still over a second and a half ahead of the field.
Yep, so she's about 0.8 of a second ahead of her split from this morning. So she's having a good nighttime swim here in the C final. And here comes others in the field out of lane number 5. We'll keep our eye on Lindy Worrell, 44th last year, trying to make a move. Also
come the field.
Yeah,
they're coming on, but it's gonna pay off. That speed early on is paying off.
So Cameron Smith, 2:20.27. Pretty good swim here tonight. She was 2:21.75 this morning, so about a second and a half for Cameron. I think she looks satisfied.
Yeah, that would have gotten her into the B final, that swim.
And Lindy Worrell finishes up second, and then Ella Romberg from Oshkosh, Wisconsin at a 2:21.69. So we'll move into our 15 and unders here momentarily with Lila Hadley from Upper Palmetto and 1. Fran Hunt, Boise, Idaho comes into this meet every year. And that's, we were talking, I think you mentioned the Spirit Squad. Well, Jim Everett, who used to be the CEO at the Boise Y, he was a longtime swim coach, Birmingham, Michigan. He started that basically. We heard the story last night. Have a few security issues at a long course meet back out when I think it was somewhere in Cincinnati, and so they decided to put that group together. And,
I've been to that one. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So they put it together, and they're here today, and you know what they do all week long. Entertain the crowd, keep everybody motivated, and do a little security with their eyeballs. Making sure things are in a good place. Always in a good place here in Greensboro. So back here, we've got Marino in 3, Bradley in 4, Dolan 5, Sudol in 6, Lewis 7, and Hine in lane number 8. So out first is Emily Sudol from Greater Somerset County. She's out in 30.89.
He didn't waste any time getting out. Sudol out there quick, up there 3 from the top. Nobody's really out of it. Lane 2 is doing well. Fran Hunt, she's 31.8 going out. A couple 31 pluses that first 50, but you can see that beautiful stroke. Gets a lot of height, but she gets that forward motion, moving forward, constantly moving that line forward. Great body line. That stroke rate doing really well for her now. 106.9 going out.
Just about 62 hundredths of a second behind her down here in lane number 2. Fran Hunt now moving up.
Yeah, Fran Hunt might have just overtaken the lead there with that second 50, 35.7. Her second 50, which was about 0.3 of a second ahead of Sudol. And now all of a sudden it becomes Hunt's race to lose as she's looking really good.
Yeah, so Fran Hunt, she's from Boise, Idaho. Make the long trip in here to Greensboro. I don't know whether that's 3 or 4 connections from Boise down here to Greensboro, but I know it's a long trip for them. And they always perform well here at Y Nationals. Have done that over many years. The Boise Family YMCA, which is a really growing YMCA. Yeah. It's a tremendous organization in downtown Boise and the surrounding community.
Well, she was really patient that first 50. She didn't jump on that first 50, swim a great middle 100, and now is coasting to the win.
So Fran Hunt was 2:25.28 this morning.
Gonna be a lot faster than that.
Look at that.
Oh my.
3.5 second drop from this morning. So Hunt she finishes ahead of Riley Dolan from upper main line, and then Josie Marino from the Wyckoff Family YMCA up there in northern, I think that's northwestern New Jersey, Wyckoff YMCA.
That time almost would qualify for the B final. That's how quick she was tonight.
Now that breaststroke, how's things looking on the breaststroke side, on the men's side and the women's side for the USA?
Well, the women's side certainly, you always start with Lily King. I think the greatest American female breaststroker in history, and then, Kate Douglas is going to be, I think, a swimmer to watch in that 200 breaststroke, especially. So incredibly versatile, 148 plus in the IM and NCAAs. The men's side is really wide open. Of course, you have Michael Andrew in the 100, a host of others in the 200. Nick Fink is certainly a guy both in the 100 and 200 that has led the way for the United States world champion. But there are a lot of that's not a slam dunk event for anybody. It's wide open.
Internationally, though, you were at NC2As, and on the men's side, right, the 200 breaststroke.
I mean, Léon Marchand is on a different planet right now. He's head and shoulders the greatest swimmer on the planet today. Not historically, obviously. There's only one that qualifies for the greatest, and that's MP. But boy, I tell you, what he's doing and what his potential is just amazing. And what he did in NCAAs, I've never seen a performance like that ever, except for maybe Kate Douglas the week before.
So back to back, you saw Douglas, you saw Marchand, and looking at that coach out there in Arizona, right?
He's pretty good too.
He's able to get some swimmers there, isn't he?
Yeah, Coach Bowman is, and I had a good chance to talk to him about it, and he says Marchand, they both are very consistent. That's the big thing about it.
Put in the work and it'll pay off, and that was MP's deal for many, many years under Bob. So let's turn it back over to Bruce as he takes us through these top 16.
From Blue Edge, 12th, Hadar Miller, upper main line. 11th, Allison Bindle, Piedmont. 10th, Elliott McAlpine, Rapid Area. Winner of the B final, Olivia Herbert, Regional YMCA of Western Connecticut. Finishing 8th, Gianna Lavarini, Butler County. Lavarini. 7th, Emily Constable, Fanwood Scotch Plains. 6th, Megan Sharma, Greater Somerset County. 5th, Molly Iacoviello, York. 4th, Gabi Augustin, YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. 3rd, Grace Hunt from Greater Spartanburg. 2nd, Tori Brostovitz, Schrader. And your 2023 national champion in the women's 200-yard breaststroke from Piedmont, Sarah Surjak, winning time of 2:13.11. Congratulations, ladies.
Surjak from Piedmont, the 15-year-old at the top of the podium. Rowdy, you had some very complimentary comments about Sarah's performance here.
Yeah, it's another youngster, and that's why I think USA Swimming in general is in great hands, because you have a lot of these young swimmers. I mean, we just see some of the records. And Heilman, for example, it's just a lot of good young swimmers that the U.S. has. And, these kids may not be ready for Paris next year, but somebody like Sarah and Thomas certainly will be in LA in 2028. And that's what we really want, right?
About that, coming back.
Coming back.
Coming back, coming
44 years
home,
later.
man. I'll tell you what. That was a tremendous experience for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
like playing the Super Bowl at home, man. I mean, you know,
44 years ago.
well,
What were you, about 12 years
almost
old in those
44
games?
years
What
ago.
was that? Yeah,
No, well,
man.
it'll be 44 and
44 when we
28.
get there, yeah.
Almost 40 now.
Yeah, so here's the men's 200 breaststrokes. Max McHugh is our national record holder. You saw him last week,
champion.
too. He was a big guy. And then Matt Fallon holds our national record. Matt at UPenn, another great swimmer, almost made the team a few years ago. He was that top seed coming into trials at night, right?
Just missed it.
So youngster out of UPenn. So we've got Siang in lane number 1, Connolly 2, Fada in 3. Garth Hoffner in 4. Cara Hollis, 14th last year, is in 5. Kalata, he'll be off to the U.S. Coast Guard Academy this fall. He's in 6. Gregory Lynn, he's one of those guys on our committee. He's a student-athlete representative on the Y committee. He's in 7. He swims at Greater Monmouth. And Sean Kelty, under the tutelage of John Jolly, he's in lane number 8. He was 27th last year.
Well, Garth Hoffner swam a great second 50, 30.5, that second 50. And he's laying out on that stroke, really taking advantage of that strong kick behind him. He rides that stroke and gets as much as he can out of each stroke. He's taken much less strokes than anybody else in the field per 25. Great distance per stroke. But
here comes Caden Fada.
Yeah.
So Caden Fada, I did a meet during COVID that Caden Fada, I went out to York in York County, and they got a nice facility out there. The CEO, Larry Richardson, did a great job of building one out there, and Caden Fada was a good kid to work with. They had me in the stands. I was doing the PA and announcing, no spectators except for the swimmers, and there I was in the stands. So Caden Fada, but back at it.
Yeah, Garth Hoffner, I mean, every time somebody starts to inch up, he builds that 50.
Here comes out of lane 6, John Kalata.
I don't think he's going to get there. Yeah, Garth Hoffner got it.
Yeah, came back 32.04 for a 2:01.52 in your B final here. Kalata comes back 31.00. We saw him just zip up there at the end. Not quite enough at a 2:01.76.
Just a little bit too late. 31 flat, though, by far the best second 50 for John.
That was a good B final, and coming up next is our championship final featuring Ethan Schwab, our defending champion. He'll be off to Michigan next year.
Mike Bottom?
Yeah, well, how about Mike Bottom? He's been there
Michigan,
how long
the
now?
only program to win the national title except for Texas and Cal the last 12 years. How about that? Texas and Cal have been 1-2 for 12 years, except for that one time that Bottom took them to the national championship back in, I want to say, 15. But anyways.
Who was there? Do you remember maybe who their top?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. They had some great swimmers.
They did. They had a really good distance guy. And I can't remember his name, but I know somebody who was on that team, I believe. As you said, 2015? He was
You're going to drive me crazy.
Still a freshman I'm sorry, he was not quite in his freshman year, but he did go there the year after. Ian Rainey might have been on that team, and then he transferred out. I'd love to talk to you all night about the transfer portal, but we've got to let Bruce, let him introduce these championship finalists, give them their due.
Ball from the YMCA of Greater Monmouth County, James Lombardi. Lane number 2, 4th in the 400 IM last year, already committed to Notre Dame. From the Birmingham Blue Dolphins, Angus McDonald. Lane number 3, 2nd in the 400 IM, 2nd in the 200 breaststroke last year. He'll be a Duke Blue Devil in the fall. From New Canaan, Kalen Anbar. The top qualifier and our defending national champion. He'll be a Wolverine at the University of Michigan. From Birmingham Blue Dolphins, Ethan Schwab. Lane number 5, 6th in the 200 breaststroke last year. He's also headed to Duke. Piedmont Wise Jack Smith. Lane number 6 finished 10th in this event last year. He'll be a Buckeye at Ohio State. Jackson Community YMCA Ohio's Luke Vickers. Lane 7 from Piedmont, Max Moore. And in lane number 8 from Indy, Pennsylvania, Alex Bauer. This is the A final.
Rowdy was doing a little research on that Michigan team, so he had Charlie Houch in there.
Connor Yeager. I mean,
Connor
they had
Yeager, a couple Olympians.
Danny Madwood. Yeah, that was a great
It was
team.
a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And yeah, that was the only time the last, what'd you say, 15 years. So here we are. We'll give these guys, Ethan Schwaber, defending champion. He'll be off to Michigan. That's what brought up the whole Michigan conversation. He's in lane number 4, defending champion. And next to him on lane number 3, Kalen Anbar. We'll keep an eye on him. He is hungry for a Ynat title. He's from New Canaan, Connecticut, and he'll be off to Duke.
Well, if the prelim are any indication at all, and sometimes they're not, but this one just seems like it's not going to be close. I mean, you're talking about over 3 seconds.
Schwab, that defending
Schwab,
champion.
yeah.
He was 55-74 at the 100 earlier today.
At 26.3, he's not way out there. It's not. You're giving hope to other swimmers, no doubt. Especially right there in lane number 3, Anbar, who you were talking about. He's not going to. He's going to make him work for it.
I know Kalen. Being from that Connecticut area, I know he has been working hard, and I know his coaches were talking to me the other day. He is so hungry to get a title, and he's put in the work. And we'll see if Schwab will be able to hold them all. But Anbar now looks like they're picking up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, well, check this third 50. This is where it's a key 50. Schwab's still out there, 29.6, but Anbar's 29.9. Again, he's going to make him work for it. This is not going to be a 3.5 second victory for Ethan Schwab. I don't think he can catch him, not at this point, but he's having a great swim. This is a guy that was not under 2 minutes. He's going to fly under 2 minutes here.
That's going to be special. And Schwab pulling him along here.
Yeah.
Anbar, and it will be. Look at that. Schwab at a 156.06. Kalen Anbar 157.04, and Angus McDonald at a 159.56. We had 4 guys under 200 because Luke Vickers out there in lane 6, he was at 159.62.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and Max Moore almost broke 2 minutes himself. He's 2:00.02. So this field decided to hit the afterburners here tonight in the finals.
Yeah, and Schwab dropped basically about 86 hundredths of a second.
Which is a good drop, man. I mean, you drop anything from prelims, it's so hard to make the finals here. You make a good drop like that, that's saying something.
So good swim there.
And a lot of pressure, to come back, defending champion, you're seated high. But he withstood it.
He certainly did. So 2-time champion now. And we'll see him here in a few minutes on the podium. And here's our C final. Lane number 1, Alexander Lee from Cheshire. He'll be off to Carleton College this fall. Nick Partridge, 69th last year from Down East family up in Maine. He's in lane number 2. Patrick McKillop, 93rd last year, making it back to the C final from Birmingham, Michigan. Liam Ailman, 39th last year. From Western North Carolina is in 4. Michael Grannon from Wyckoff, New Jersey is in 5. Thomas Fenton, Lynchburg, Virginia in 6. Kai Hang, 51st last year from Upper Perkiomen Valley, Pennsylvania, up there in Bucks County. And then Dante Dentino, first time he swam in this meet, from Greater Monmouth.
Killip, the youngest guy in the field, out first at the 50. He's going to be first at the 100. 31.4 there, 59.4 going out. Nice little drop going on here. I said what youngest? He's one of the youngest. Both 2 16-year-olds. Mike Graham's also 16.
Caleb, still your leader going into the 150 wall.
Yeah, he has led from the very beginning, 32-1 there. Another quick 50. Kai Hang up there had the fastest 50, moved up to 4th. He's 31-4 on that 50. He's way up there in lane number 7, really having a good back half. Could he go by him? I think he might. What a back half for this youngster.
And that's Kai Hang from Upper Perkiomen. He was 205.59 this morning. Tonight, 204.55. Good call there, Rowdy.
Yeah, what a good back half.
All we needed was your telestrator for that, right?
I know. 31.5. He's 231 pluses.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He is thrilled.
Yeah.
So
and look how close that was. 1/100th of a second. And only 11 100ths over Partridge.
Yep.
What a race there.
Yeah, that was a good C final on the men's 2 breast. And we'll go into that D final now, which is the 15-year-old event. Jack Plow from Schrader will be in lane number 1. Gabrielle Beverini from Greater Somerset County 2. Beckett Jones. In fact, Beckett, I haven't heard that name, but 2 months ago, my daughter, who swam through Y Nationals and all through college and NCAA D3s, the whole thing, their first child, Beckett. And you know what? I hadn't heard that name.
That's awesome. I love that name.
And, you know, we had 150 names given to them, and not one was Beckett. So Beckett McLeod, yeah, Porter, he was born a couple of months ago, back in January, the end of January. So Braden Franklin, he's in lane number 4. Jacob Nawaswiat in 5. Jack Hensley 6. Dominic Impen 7. And Anthra Abe Sinji.
Good job there, partner. I'm glad you took that one.
You know, enough names called. I've done a couple of college meets in the past month. I did the MAC championships up in Buffalo for the mid-majors. That's an exciting meet.
It is. I love when the mid-majors do well at the NCAA championship. I always pull for them.
And the men and women swim together, so it's a lot of energy in the building, and we have a lot of fun up there in Buffalo. So Hensley out at 59.68.
Looking good. Only guy to break a minute going out. He's a full second ahead of Franklin in lane number 4. He's 3 from the top, and he's got a body length lead right now.
Hensley was 2:08.27 earlier today.
Oh, 2:08. Check this 50 here, but I think he's going to blow that out. 32 flat right there. I mean, he'd have to come home in 37 not to be faster.
Right. He was 34.55 earlier.
Yeah.
He went 33.72 on his last 50 this morning, so we'll see where he is tonight. Having a real good swim.
Sure is. That first 100, he didn't jump on that first 50 too much, but then that middle 100 was where he took off, and he's going to have a great swim here for this young man.
Nawaswiak in second, and in third is Braden Franklin. 15 years old. 2:04.71, as you mentioned, 3.5 seconds basically off of where he came in out of his prelim swim. 15 years old. I think Y Swimming's in pretty good shape with some of these youngsters moving up. And again, we talked about it earlier, just having that nighttime swim for these young swimmers. A lot of them are just freshmen in high school. You know, maybe they're not making their state championships, or they're in a district meet, but these are, so important. They're not all-time finals, and sometimes those district meets at least in Pennsylvania and Connecticut and some of these states are just, they're not prelim finals.
No.
They're time finals. You got to do it and done.
Got to do it in that one swim.
So
it's always nice to get a second swim.
Yeah. It's very important. So we're going to have the awards coming up here for the men's breaststroke, and then there's some relays going on. Rowdy, I want to take, on behalf of the YMCA, this whole community here, you're part of it.
Yeah, I
so
feel
much.
part of it. It's part of my family.
Not just the Y, but the worldwide swimming community.
Well, I've been a member of the Y for 40 years, so not only am I a long-time member, but I worked for the Y in Central Florida for several years. Still have a great relationship with them, and certainly in the national organization. I love this meet. I love watching the kids swim.
And you do some work for a foundation, correct?
Yeah, I work for a Step in the Swim Foundation. That's part of the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance, and our philanthropic initiative is great. We give grants out to YMCAs and other learn to swim providers to teach children in underserved communities this life-saving gift of learning how to swim. So
it is a life-saving gift. It's a lifetime sport.
It is.
You know that. You know your masters. Have you ever thought about really getting into the master scene, or you just don't have the time? You're pretty busy.
No, I
guy.
swam masters quite a bit in my 50s.
Yeah.
I have my own masters meet. I've had it for, I don't know, 16, 17 years down in Orlando at the Aquatic Center. So it's the Rowdy Gaines Masters Classic. So I'm very involved with the masters community still. I don't do a lot of masters competition anymore.
That's where I was going.
But I did in my 50s, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been great to have you. Thank you so much for coming in, working through these sessions, these four heats of all these events. We saw some fast swimming.
Yeah, we
really
did.
Again appreciate it. You have safe travels going home. God bless you. We really
too,
appreciate everything that you do for the sport and for our country, because this is part of the fabric of the country.
Yeah. These are all my little brothers and sisters, so I love being a part of it.
All right, my friend.
Thank
you very much. Have a great rest of the night, and we'll hope to see you soon.
Sounds good.
Take care, Rowdy. Bye-bye. So, Rowdy Gaines, our guest and the best swimming commentator in the world. World-known figure. What a treat that was to have an opportunity to work with Rowdy Gaines here tonight. So we're streaming live from the Greensboro Aquatic Center for the 2023 Centennial YMCA National Short Course Swimming Championships. So what a great, what a tremendous experience that was. So congratulations, Rowdy Gaines, for being who you are. So we had some fast swimming. We've got the results here momentarily. You got the women's 400 medley relay coming up. Here's the men's 200 breaststroke final results. They'll be out here, and I'll turn that over to Bruce Griffin.
Presenting the awards for the men's 200-yard breaststroke, Coach Kevin Fogarty from the Birmingham Blue Dolphins. Finishing in 14th place, Daniel Shong, Wyckoff. 13th, Caden Fada from York. 12th, Max Connolly, Lakeland Hills. 11th, Alexander Carahalis, Western Branch. 10th, John Coletta, Countryside. Winner of the B final, Drew Garthofner, Oshkosh. Finishing in 8th place from Greater Monmouth, James Lombardi. In 7th place, Alex Bauer, Indiana County. 6th place, Jack Smith from Piedmont. 5th, his teammate, Max Moore. 4th from Jackson Community Y, Luke Vickers. Finishing 3rd from Birmingham, Angus McDonald. 2nd from New Canaan, Kaylin Unbar. And your 2023 national champion, two-time champion now from Birmingham, Michigan, Ethan Schwab, a time of 1:56.06. Congratulations, gentlemen. Are you ready for some relay?
And for Countryside is in the B final in lane number 1. Schweikert will lead off. Lawrence for Wyckoff will be leading off in lane 2. Lane number 3 is Bartow for Cheshire. Lane number 4 is Way for York and York County. Lane number 5 is Fox for Farmington Valley. Lane number 6 is McAndrew, Champaign County. Lane number 7, Healy, Triangle area. And in lane number 8, Colburn from Western Branch, Delaware. So there's your lineup for the B final for the 400-yard medley relay B final. It was great to have Rowdy Gaines, the color commentator, NBC Sports, Olympics, trials, NCAA championships, tier, pro swim series, absolutely fantastic. You know, we capture these online with Takeitlive, so you will hear the great Rowdy Gaines for many of you calling those races right here at YMCA Short Course Nationals of 2023. So with that 400-yard medley relay coming up, 3:37.81 is your national record. Gaylor, Falconer, Snover, and Kanopka from Middle Tiger set back in 2015. We'll be back here momentarily. There's a slight delay, and we can see our swimmers doing a little dance to Cotton Eye Joe. And I'll turn it back over to the PA system. And we're off with the women's 400 medley relay. I gave you those introductions. So we got Schweikert in 1, Lawrence 2, Bardo 3, Way 4, Fox 5, McAndrews 6, Healy 7, and Colborn in lane number 8. So down here in lane number 2, your early leader, Katie Lawrence. Here in your B final. Out in a 26-14 for Katie Lawrence. Nice swim going out so far. We'll see where they were earlier today on this women's relay. Wyckoff. Katie was 54-42. Now moving up Countryside next to her with Schweikert. A pretty good swim going out, 54-62 for Lawrence leading off. So it was Wyckoff and then Countryside and then York up there in lane number 4. So breaststrokers in, you have Fisher in 1, Rourke 2, Tiernan in 3, Yakoviello in 4, Mackenzie Headley's in 5, Bradley in 6, Smith 7, and Wynn in 8. So York now your leader at 124-22. So good swim going on by Molly Yakoviello. Once again, I'll say her dad sings the best national anthem. His wife gets him to do it every once in a while at those York meets. But look at Yakoviello stretching it out. Here we go, halfway mark for York. And York County out 158-17. They were earlier today 2:00:33, so they're almost 2 full seconds ahead of their split from this morning. Ketchum in 1, Lee 2, Tyler 3, Schneider 4, Richards 5, Coe 6, Mitchell 7, and Napier in 8. Still York halfway through the fly leg. Zoe Schneider saw her swim the 1,000 the other night. 2 fly also. So here comes Zoe Schneider. It's York, followed by Countryside down here in lane number 1, and then Cheshire, the Sea Dogs, in lane number 3 trying to move up with Juliana Tyler. Anchors away on the freestyle leg. Melanie Schweikert now in for Countryside, lane number 1. Wolf in 2, Potterella in 3, Havis in 4, Bouchane 5, O'Donnell 6, Bezudenhout in 7, and Fitzgerald in lane number 8. So York at 3:18.81. They were 3:21.56. So they're trying to get below that 3:46 mark if possible. Julia Havis, she split on that first 50. She was 24:18. Earlier today, she was 24:30. So there's a shot here tonight, and it will be a winning time of 3:46.13, just over that 3:46 mark. But great swim. Cheshire finishes up 2nd, and Farmington Valley in 3rd. So next up will be our A final, women's 400-yard medley relay. Out of lane number 1 is Addison for Piedmont. Habjan in lane number 2 for Lakeland Hills. Logan in 3 for Fanwood Scotch Plains. Holiday in lane 4 for Greater Somerset County. Lane number 5 is Lemler for Schrader. Lane 6, Sargent for Upper Mainline. Penny's in 7 for Greater Spartanburg. And Claiborne for Lowe's is in lane number 8. So that'll be your those are backstroke lineup and your team lineup here for your championship final. Once again, Piedmont 1, Lakeland Hills 2, Fanwood Scotch Plains 3, Somerset County 4, Schrader 5, Upper Mainline 6, Spartanburg 7, and Lowe's, North Carolina in lane number 8. top tide, top seed coming in, 3:42.44. Pretty far off of our national record of a 3:37.81 set back in 2015. Gallier, Falconer, Snover, and Kanopka. A great group of Middle Tiger or Spartanburg, South Carolina swimmers. We're in the water right now. Center of the pool, Charlotte Holiday, top seed coming in, 3:42.44 for Greater Somerset County. Well, we'll see our backstrokers. As we know, this race ebbs and flows a bit. Down here in lane number 2 and lane number 3, your backstrokers are out. That's Hobjohn in 2 and Logan in 3. Hobjohn out 25.68. Habjab was 26.22 earlier today. Habjan, here comes Claire Logan. And they're in. Logan and Habjan are in at 53.81 for Habjan. I'm sorry, she was 53.87 and Logan was 53.81. Those are the top 2 teams, followed by Schrader in the center of the pool. They were 54.76 for Emma Lemler. Zirjak, our 200 breast champ, is in lane number 1, Davis in 2, Constable in 3, Sharma 4, Brostowitz in 5, Miller 6, Franklin 7, and Betancourt in lane number 8. So now moving up out of lane number 5, that's Tori Brostowitz. I think she was our runner-up in the 200 breast tonight. Last year, she won that event. And out of lane number 3, here comes Emily Constable for Fanwood Scotch Plains. So Schrader now your new leader. Schrader with Flyers are in. Thomas in 1, Kilponen in 2, Sherrod 3, Thompson in 4, Berlin 5, Padilla 6, Tushavetkas in 7, and Bush in 8. But here comes some of the field. 2.5 seconds back, Fanwood Scotch Plains. Big lead for Schrader. Schrader with Elena Berlin in. Might be too much for Somerset County and Anna Mosch to come back, our top seed, but maybe not. So under the national record pace right now for Schrader, Somerset County in 2nd, Fanwood Scotch Plains, New Jersey in 3rd, Ismailova in 1, Frank 2, Ritter 3, Mosch 4, Art 5, Fulton 6, Wilson 7, and Bellissimo in lane number 8. But here goes Lucy Art for Schrader, trying to chase down that national record. We're looking for a 3:37.81 national record pace for Schrader. And that might go by, but it's going to be close, and it is a 3:38.52, followed by Greater Somerset County, and then in 3rd place, Fanwood Scotch Plains. So nice swim, ladies. Great job for the Schrader ladies. Lemler, Brostowitz, Berlin, and Art. So we've got the men's relays coming up. 400-yard medley relay. You're at 3:14.24 Piedmont last year set. Cross, Heilman, and Brown. Schrader holds the national record with Salim, Miller, Lustig, Mulemans. They set that in 2021. Going out first here in the B final, lane number 1 is Kupski for Wilkes-Barre. 2 is Skibbo for Wyckoff. 3, Myers for Emmy Lyons. 4 is Houle for Ridley. 5 is Johnson, Lakeland Hills. 6, Duncan, Birmingham. 7, Ham, Jackson Community. And 8 is Juhaz from Western Branch, Delaware. So that'll be your lineup here in the B final for the men's 400-yard medley relay. We're going to swim the B and the A from what I understand, and then we'll do the awards afterwards. Well, tomorrow we'll move into the 100 backstroke on the men's and women's side. 400 IM we'll go with tomorrow. 200 freestyle also is tomorrow. And then the 200 medley relay, another sprint relay at the end. Well, we had the 2 relays tonight on Tuesday night. A long night, a lot of activity going on here in the GAC at the 2023 National YMCA Swimming Short Course Championships. So here we are in the medley relay on the men's side. I've given you the introductions of those backstrokers, so we'll see where people end up tonight. Your top seed coming in the B final is Ridley. We saw them break the national record earlier today in the 2 free relay. And there your backstrokers are in, and Western Branch, Delaware out in .63, so pretty good. Josh Jahaz, your quickest start off the blocks. So we've got our top seed in the center of the pool, lane number 5 also, Lakeland Hills with Connor Johnson. Emmy Lyons out in 23.77 with Will Myers. Myers was 24.04, so he's about 0.3 of a second, almost 0.4 of a second faster tonight than he was earlier today. So Emmy Lyons in lane number 3. Big turn there for Will Myers. And it looks like Emmy Lyons will hold on to that lead. Myers out in 49.28. Emmy Lyons with Will Myers. Good start. And they're followed by Lakeland Hills and then Ridley. Healy in 1, Siang 2, Platt 3, Kudafaris in 4, Connolly in 5, Schwab 6, Vickers 7, Karahalis in lane number 8. So we see Ethan Schwab, he won the 200 breast tonight. He's in lane number 6, and there you can see him accelerating. We'll see what this split is here. Ethan Schwab turning it up a notch. Just coming out of that 200 breaststroke championship heat. So here comes Birmingham with Ethan Schwab. So we'll see what he did later on. Birmingham at 145.22. So Birmingham was 148.23 earlier today. Jack Mills in lane number 1, Aishad 2. Iturbe Casano in 3, Lapine in 4, Brown in 5, Hidalgo in 6, Renard 7, and Jones in lane number 8. So now moving back up in the first position. I'm sorry, that Bird in 8. I had the wrong swimmers in. My bad on that one. But Lakeland Hills now your leader out of lane 5, 235.70 for Lakeland Hills. Earlier today, Lakeland Hills was 236.50. And your freestylers are in the B final. Watkins in 1, Grannon 2, Kraft 3, Kennedy 4, Markowitz in 5, Higgins 6, Nist 7, and Redding in 8. Here comes Lakeland Hills. They were 322 earlier today. Battling for second in this heat. Out of lane 3, Emmy Lyons, and lane 6 is Birmingham. But it is Lakeland Hills at 320.80. They drop basically about 2 full seconds here in your B final. So Lakeland Hills followed by Birmingham and then Emmy Lyons. Those are your top 3 out of the men's 400-yard medley relay B final. Coming up next is our championship final heat of the night. We've got from Lynchburg, Whitfield. Keep your eye on Whitfield. He's been pretty zippy so far these 2 days. Stoner for Triangle is in 2, Lynchburg in 1. Gould for Somerset County is in 3, Lorenz for Schrader's in 4, King for Piedmont's in 5, Welker for York and York Counties in 6, Condon's in 7 for Greater Monmouth, and Kavanaugh, Fanwood Scotch Plains, New Jersey, is in lane number 8. That's your lineup of your backstrokers leading off here in the 400 medley relay championship final. Let's see who was the fastest on their back this morning. We know that it looked like Piedmont was out 47.93, Somerset County in the 47, but 47.68 was your fastest time. That's Lynchburg's Brendan Whitfield. He's down here in lane number 1, so we'll keep our eye on him. But right now, center of the pool, pretty good out right now out of lane number 4. That's Sam Lorenz. And Lorenz was 22.58 this morning. And Lorenz tonight just over that by about 9/100ths of a second. So Lorenz looking pretty zippy out there. And next to him is David King from Piedmont in lane number 5. And then up there in lane 6, you've got Welker, and in 3, you've got Gould. So out first, 46.90, Schrader's Sam Lorenz. So Schrader trying to take home these relays, both of these relays on the 400 medley relay side. So breaststrokers in, Schoenfelder in 1, Ayers 2, Barnacle 3, Strath 4, Moore 5, Parker 6, Lee 7, and McGeehan in 8. So Schrader now up on Piedmont by 11/100ths of a second. Piedmont in lane 5, Will Brown trying to chase down Brody Lapine. And up there in lane number 6, here comes Will Parker. So that's Aiden Strath for Schrader, Max Moore for Piedmont. So Piedmont now with your Flyers heading in. So Piedmont now your leader. They won this last year, won this whole championship last year. So Mills in 1, Eyeshine 2, Iturbe Casano 3, Lapine 4, Brown 5, Hidalgo in 6, Renard 7, and Jones in lane number 8. So Piedmont now at 2:05.00. Earlier today, they were 2:05.60. So 2:29.65 goes by, the national record split, but Piedmont now 1.6 seconds ahead of Schrader. Then York is 3 seconds behind in 3rd. Anchors away, Gordon in 1, Paleocrasis in 2, Alexi in 3, Sullivan in 4, Smith in 5, Wade 6, Kunsel 7, and Wabel in 8. So Jack Sullivan, Jack Smith, but here comes Schrader with Jack Sullivan. They were 3:18.06 earlier today. And it's Schrader. They go back-to-back tonight in the medley relays on the women's side and the men's side. So Jack Smith comes back 22.94. Somerset County's Rob Alexi, he was back in 22.92. So pretty good zippy relay. Schrader, then Piedmont, and then Triangle Area also with the big last 100 was Stamatis Paleokrasis. So great swimming going on tonight. All night we had the privilege of Rowdy Gaines visiting us, the best color man commentator in the world. Rowdy Gaines was with us tonight. So check that out. We've got these YouTube videos that will be keepers as Rowdy commentating, doing some great color commentating on all 4 heats. And he did a great job for us tonight. So again, I'm Bob McDowell. I'm going to turn it over to Bruce Griffin, our PA announcer. I thank you for joining us tonight as we stream live here from the Greensboro Aquatic Center in Greensboro, North Carolina for the 2023 centennial year of our YMCA Short Course National Swimming Championships. We'll see you tomorrow morning, but don't forget, if you've got a swimmer who were in this men's relays, Bruce will take you through those awards momentarily. Thanks for listening.
Please welcome our award winners for event 207, the women's 400-yard medley relay. Presenting the awards for the women's 400-yard medley relay, Coach Dave Anderson from the Schrader YMCA. Finishing 15th, Western Branch, Delaware. Or staff from the Schrader Y presenting the awards. Western Branch, 15th. 14th, Yoda. 13th, Wyckoff, New Jersey. Finishing 12th, Champaign County. Finishing 11th, Countryside, Ohio. Finishing 10th, Farmington, Michigan. Farmington Valley. Winner of the B final, Cheshire, Connecticut. Finishing in 8th place, Lowe's, Charlotte, North Carolina. Greater Charlotte. 7th, Greater Spartanburg. Finishing 6th, Piedmont, Virginia. Finishing 5th, Lakeland Hills, New Jersey. Finishing 4th, Upper Main Line, Pennsylvania. Finishing 3rd, Fanwood, Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Finishing 2nd, Greater Somerset County, New Jersey. Your 2023 champions in the women's 400-yard medley relay, the team of Emma Limler, Tori Brostovitz, Alana Berlin, Lucy Art, Schrader, Wisconsin. Winning time 3:38.52. Congratulations, ladies. Please welcome men's award winners for the men's 400-yard medley relay. Presenting the awards for the men's 400-yard medley relay, coach or representative from the Schrader YMCA. Finishing in 16th, Wilkes-Barre. '15th, Western Branch, Delaware. 14th, Jackson Community. 13th, Wyckoff. Finishing 12th, Ridley area. Finishing 11th, Emmy Lyons. Finishing 10th, Birmingham, Michigan. And winner of the B final, Lakeland Hills, New Jersey. Finishing in 8th place, Lynchburg, Virginia. Seventh, Greater Monmouth County, New Jersey. 3rd, Fanwood, Scotch Plains, New Jersey. There's 6th. 5th, Greater Somerset County. 4th, York, Pennsylvania. Finishing 3rd, Yoda. Finishing 2nd, Piedmont. The 2023 National Champions Men's 400-yard medley relay. Team of Sam Lorenz, Aiden Stroud, Brody Lapine, Jack Sullivan, Schrader, Wisconsin. Winning time of 3:16:36. Congratulations, gentlemen. Thank you for a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.